tell us when they approach these stations, shoot them, and you'll defend us. I'm telling you the whole truth, you are a liar. You have lied. You will not protect me. All that you will protect it is your interest. You will not protect me. I will be sacrificed in court before a judge, and I will be sentenced to prison. What happened to Katito? He was sung as a hero. But finally, the determination of the court came out. You are not justifiable to kill even a criminal. What are you supposed to do? If you are within the late positions of arrest, present that person before the court of law. I say no to police brutality. I say no more to killings. I can't kill my brother. I can't kill my sister. You are saying this because your children are not on the streets, right? You are saying this because your cousins are not on the streets. You are saying this because your brother or your sister is not on the street. You are saying this that they should be killed when they approach those stations where they are supposed to be protected, because there is nobody of your family who will be on those streets. I am very sorry, Kenyans. If these are the kind of readers we have, then I believe we have a problem of incompetency. We are very sorry about that. How will I go back to my children and tell them their mother is normal, or their father is normal, or their cousin is normal? It's because they were shot dead demonstrating and asking the government to hear their cry. Kenyans, we love you. Every OCS and every OSPD and ever we are, have seen people doing great work. Please, if they approach our gates, let...
Fair use. Fair
when
use.
Somebody has got a gun on his waist. This
is a Kenyan politician complaining about Traore.
Don't be cheated.
Greetings, everyone.
A civilian government elected by the people is better than any military government. Hata ikiwa ina dosari, a civilian government is better any day. Serikali ya raia ni afadhali kushinda serikali yoyote ambayo inaongozwa na mtu ambaye ameweka bunduki hapa. Kwa hivyo tusidanganyike kama Wakenya.
Just remember now, this is the Kenya where the youth are being murdered by the police and army that he controls. The Kenya that he robs the people blind. And he was supposedly democratically elected. This is the old faces all over Africa. And the fear of this man, Traore, is in their heads. He has a permanent spot in all of their heads. All of these old men all over Africa. They don't think about what Trump did to one of their own in Washington. They think about Traore because he's changing Africa's idea of leadership. It didn't begin with him. There were many other African leaders, young men, who stood up before him. But these old men see the writing on the wall and they're fearful.
Mnajua kitu kinaitwa artificial intelligence, AI. Na mimi nazungumza haya kwa sababu nataka wale wanapenda mtandao muelewe. wanachukua yule mtu ambaye anabeba bunduki hapa, wanaweka.
Hey, let's stop
artificial
here now
voice,
because
ya
he's
artificial
talking
intelligence.
trash now. He's
Ati
talking
huyu
about
mtu anaongeza Kiingereza.
terrorism AI. So let's move on from him. See, here's a man who walks among his people.
My opinion, I think, is the most approachable president in Africa. He's the only president in Africa that the citizens can get within 1 inch closer to, within centimeters closer to. I think that is the only president in Africa. I mean, you know,
There was one other president that walked around with just one security, and now he's dead in Namibia. Only one. The others got a whole army everywhere they go. All of them.
the whole assassination attempt, sometimes I think, why is he not moving with bulletproofs? First of all, he's the only president in Africa that loves every single person in his country.
Just wait until I meet him.
This is the president of Botswana.
And after I've met him, wait for his tweets. He will tell you.
Captain, and everything he advised them on is actually the truth. So, you know, he talks about democracy being the best system of government and all of that. Before we talk about what is going on in Kenya, right? Let's look at what they mean by democracy, right? So let's look at the democratically. He talked about, you know, people that you democratically elect are actually the best representative in any country, that they are the most accessible, they are the most approachable. But we do know that the situation going on in Kenya is actually diabolical. In fact, right now, Kenya should be, you know, democratically.
This idiot from Kenya ask him who Joe Biden was. He never seen a video of Joe Biden in the last 4 years. This democratically elected president.
The mother headquarter of African democracy. Kenya should be right now, because we can't even count the number of Kenyans that have been killed extrajudicially in the protest ground. Like, Kenyans are being murdered by the day. Some are even off books. We've got a lot of terrible details about how Kenyans get unalived, arrested, unlawfully, disappeared. And here is a Kenyan politician that has the cojones, the fortitude and the effrontery, the temerity to come out and speak about Ibrahim Traore. This man has no moral justification to even talk when it comes to the contest of the AES president. He doesn't hold the card. Okay? Now, listen. Let's look at the democratically elected people that, you know, this man is talking about. First of all, let's take it to the democratically elected Prime Minister of Uganda. So let's see.
The man cannot even stand. Doesn't remind you of Joe Biden.
Il y a quelques années, j'avais indiqué que le septennat en cours devait être décisif, dans la mesure où il permettrait à notre pays de poursuivre résolument sa marche vers l'émergence. J'avais précisé que c'est obligatoire.
And Cameroon presently as well. Cameroon is in a serious trouble when it comes to insecurity, terrorism, you know, trafficking, when it comes to drug trafficking, when it comes to a lot of heinous crime is going on in Cameroon, and serious terrorist attack in Cameroon.
This is the terrorist organization that operates in Mali and Niger.
Now, South Sudanese, they are not black; they are actually blue. If you look at them carefully, they are blue. If you look at the South Sudanese carefully, it's not black; they are actually blue. When you see black people suffering almost everywhere the black people are suffering. You put in TV, you see black people suffering all over the world. In Africa here, they are suffering. In the USA, they are suffering. In Brazil, they are suffering.
Look at this president now, right? He's a democratically elected president. There's nothing anybody can tell me about that. He's a democratically elected president, right? Look at the type of speech that comes out from his mouth. Look at our beautiful president in Nigeria.
Tell me what are we producing and selling to other countries? Not even slippers. We eat the skin of our cows instead of turning them to beautiful bags and shoes. Eliminate that. It's a sign of poverty.
These are the wonderful products of democracy, right? And somebody wants to come and lecture us that the president of the AES are not doing well because they carry their revolver pistol. Captain Ibrahim Traore is not even earning the financial entitlement of a president in Burkina Faso. He still earns what he earns as a captain. We can still call him a captain. That is why he has his revolver. And I can bet it, he has never ever taken that revolver out of safety since he started his regime. We've seen the proof is in the pudding. This man talks about AI. Is it a speech of Captain Ibrahim Traore that we've really posted on this platform? And I can bet it, he has never ever taken that revolver out of safety since he started his regime. We've seen the proof is in the pudding. This man talks about AI. Is it a speech of Captain Ibrahim Traore that we've really posted on this platform? Okay, now look at the terrorist video that we dropped just now. Did you guys hear anything that they were saying? Even though they were talking about their attack, that they are going to start attacking Nigeria, Togo, nobody really understands. So if we don't convert these things to English, but at the end of the day, this is where these incompetent presidents come out and try to prove that, okay, he's AI. He doesn't even speak English. Look at those people. That is the only thing they can be proud of, that they can speak English. That is why the president of Liberia was humiliated. No matter what anyone tells me, you can ask from a kid that where did you school? You can ask from someone that you are superior to. Not a president that is older, not somebody that is older. It's like me asking somebody that is older than me, right? Asking him that where did you study? It's embarrassing if you don't know. I don't care how you are going to see it. Me asking somebody older than me, I don't know if people actually know how they take the concept of respect. So me asking someone that is older than me, where did you school? So it's like me going to my in-laws' house and asking the mom or the dad of my wife that, oh, you speak good English, where do you school? To tell you the extent, some of you don't really understand. And I see some people coming here to defend the Liberian, coming here to defend the Gabonese president, saying he's only doing it from a good place. He has never been out of Gabon before. And he actually saw he went to the City of Angels for the first time in his life. He has never been there before. It just shows you the level. Incompetence everywhere. And I can guarantee you one thing. The Gabon president went to the United States as a Gabon president. The version that came back is the version we don't know. Once the African presidents travel out of the country and they come back, they become something else completely. I hope we don't hear the news that will start coming after. So guys,
there's a lot of anger on your continent, and we've been able to solve a lot of it.
We want to work with the United States in peace and security within the region because we are committed to that. And we just want to thank you so much for this opportunity.
Well, thank you. It's such good English. Very interesting. It's beautiful English.
Sure.
We encourage the countries here today to make greater investments in defense, hopefully, of course, buying our equipment, because we do make the best defense equipment. I guess we proved that about 2 weeks ago in Iran.
My people, a summit framed as partnership, but looking more like a high-stakes auction, a sales pitch for President Trump. Oil, gas, minerals, fishing rights, even a golf course, offered up with smiles, handshakes, and desperation. This meeting went viral for all the wrong reasons. Trump's condescending remarks, awkward flattery, leaders pitching resources like product. But the most important part, it didn't go viral. Most people missed what was really at stake. Because this wasn't just a meeting, no. There was a modern-day scramble for Africa, except this time, our own leaders were making the sales pitch. They didn't demand fairer trade terms. They didn't question AGOA's future. They didn't ask Trump to reconsider his travel bans or tariffs on African nations. They didn't take the opportunity to educate him on how Africans are building a new kind of future on their own terms. Trump walked in like a deal maker. They walked in like the applicants. And the world watched. So what really happened inside that room? Why were these 5 countries chosen? And what does it reveal about just how far Africa still has to go? Stay with me, because this is not just a story about Trump. It's a story about Africa's future.
This story is, African leaders are Africans all across the continent with channels on YouTube are dragging, not only YouTube, TikTok, everywhere. They are dragging African leaders up and down now, which I am very happy to see. Because you see, a lot of us went to Africa and we talked about how beautiful the place is. We showed you not the actual place, but our houses, how we lived, what we did, nothing to do with Africa, except that we were living like kings there. This is the Africa where I can live like a king for almost nothing. The people who watch my channel, I've been warning you about what will happen when things get turned upside down. That's one of the reasons why I was warning you. Because the people that we were listening to, the diasporans, while they were giving you, they're showing you Africa is not like the Africa you see in the news, which I agree with, but they were showing you their lifestyle, not Africa. You look at my videos and you compare them to some of the diaspora visit. Me driving through Brikama, the roads, the people. Any time of day you drive through Brikama, the people are selling beside the roads, and you're going 2 miles, 1 mile an hour. driving around. Shoot, I showed you Gambia, but I've been to Nigeria, Ghana, and everywhere. The same roads, the same way the roads are in Ghana and Gambia. You go to Banjul, you see good roads, relatively good. Accra, relatively good. Outside Accra, outside Lagos, outside Abuja, people that you go back and watch all those videos. They don't show you that. They show you their lifestyle. And when things begin to change, it's not about their lifestyle. It's about the African lifestyle. The lifestyle that African has to live every day. And the Africans like this one. And the video like I showed you earlier. Got a new cadre of Africans, a new group, younger people who are saying, you know what, we got to talk about this. Kenya, they're past talking. All over Africa, the old leaders are now in a state of panic because of these 3 men from Niger, Burkina Faso, and from AES. And now you have Ghana, the president of Ghana, pretending to be a friend of AES. But beware. Beware, beware, beware. Anyway, I hope you guys are watching what's going on around you. I keep saying this over and over and over again. Watching what happens around you. If you're in Ghana, right now they're suppressing it. They just be keeping it under wrap. In Nigeria, same thing. They're just barely keeping it under the radar. All across West Africa, they are barely keeping this uprising under the radar. You're not seeing it. The people who are supposed to be showing you this, diasporans, because they are protected. They can get up anytime the country say, you know what, we don't like what you're saying, so thank you very much, we're leaving. But the African has put himself on the line. So guess who's got to speak? Just think about it. Guess who has to speak? You might not like putting yourself on YouTube. But if you got something to say, you better say it. It might save you later. Africa might come to you and say, hey, look, I made this video. See, I'm talking about what has to be changed in Africa. And he will look at you and say, thank you. I pause to let it sink in. Have a great day wherever you are. I don't make these videos to scare you. I make these videos to give you information. And you can see from what I'm saying how many times I've been incorrect when I say, look, prepare for this or prepare for that. This is going to happen, this is going to happen, this is going to happen. I'm waiting for people to tell me you are incorrect. JD, what you said is not fact. It's not true. Here is the truth. Here is the fact. And I will accept it. When you show me that, of course, because I want it to be known. I want other people to learn, be educated about what's going on. If you watch Trump, you will see that read the story of Samson in the Christian book. That's Trump. In the end, Samson pulled down the whole city. You don't believe me that's what Trump is doing? Wait and see. Peace. Have a great day wherever you are.